there was one particular experiment where somebody had published a technique by which one could separate easily molecules that tended to be more lipid soluble, or that had more lipid-like properties than more aqueous-like properties. And when we were studying the subunits of this receptor molecule, and that was sort of a long story. Initially, the receptor that we focused on, which is a cell surface protein that binds the antibody, and which, when aggregated by the antibody combining with a multivalent antigen, is the thing that aggregates and triggers the whole explosive cellular response. And we began to recognize that it wasn't only the antibody binding component that was part of the receptor, but that there were two additional subunits which we discovered, which had very different properties. And we used this technique of separating these molecules along with some dyes that had either a purple color or a yellow color, depending upon the environment, and were able to separate out the more aqueous subunit from the more lipid subunit in a very colorful way. That was very dramatic. That was extraordinary. And then, of course, being able to actually affinity label a myeloma protein, that was exciting, because for the first time one could, since it was a homogeneous protein, one could really identify which residue in the combining site was modified. And then working out the valence of the IgM. So there were a lot of eureka moments.